to tonight's video, where today I fancied playing a little bit of a game called Command and Conquer for the Nintendo 64. Hopefully this works the first time. There we are. So, there we go. I know the Nintendo 64 is an old console, people would like to say, with a very obscure and weird controller. But for myself tonight, I thought it'd be quite nice to just play some Command and Conquer. I love Command and Conquer, and hopefully, the way I'm recording this isn't too weird in terms of watching it, because I'm not recording myself. It is too hot in my room, and this is the only place I can be right now to do this video. So instead of that, I am using my phone to record my TV, but I'm also recording it using my capture device, so I can get the best of both. The in-game audio and my voice can be completely separate alongside the controller sounds. And it also helps me out because I also wanted to do a completely separate video, as it were. I'm just quickly double checking these settings. It's got a very simple control scheme. Where did I get up to? Bear in mind, my father came along at one point and he just sort of pushed down on the cartridge, and then I lost the saves. But these old games, they had a battery backup, so he must have pushed the battery out slightly. I mean, it's been perfectly fine altogether. So yeah, that's 11, that's 3. So I'm going to go with GDI. Yeah, when I initially got Command and Conquer for the Nintendo 64, it was like GDI Mission 5 and not Mission 4 that had basically been completed.
Somewhere in this section is a Nod base. It's protected against strikes by Nod SAM sites. Knock them out so Colonel Morelli can provide air support.
I've forgotten about these, if I'm honest. Slightly. Like, and how disappointing this was, realistically, for myself, to just see it being static. But here's a nice touch. To assign units to easy access teams, select the desired group, then select the desired C button whilst holding the R button. Press the appropriate C button to select that assigned team. Holding the C button for 1 second will move the camera to select the team's location. Need money, build a Tiberium refinery to collect Tiberium, which is then converted into credits. So this is the game. Now I'm going to make one thing absolutely clear straight out the gate. What was it? The game itself is a real-time strategy game, obviously. It's not for everyone, I'll be honest, but it's a really cool you know, game. But if I was to enable the high-res option, which I can do, I have the Nintendo 64 expansion pack, and I ended up actually getting the expansion pack specifically for Command & Conquer. And I was on a CRT TV at the time, and I just couldn't see the difference between high-res and low-res mode. Essentially, I just couldn't see the difference. But there is a big difference. What happens is the Nintendo 64 by default has like anti-aliasing and VSync enabled, which makes the games look really good, especially for, you know, 1996. But developers had to manually turn them off to get better performance. And then when the Nintendo 64 expansion pack came along, they were like, sweet, we can just enable this. That was literally their approach, or at least some of the developers. So all it basically means is they would directly have like, I don't know how to explain it without it being super technical. Oh, I forgot you can also zoom in and out, which is really cool. I always preferred to zoom in, but no, this is like the best looking version of Command & Conquer, and it's so weird. I didn't want to do that. What I'm doing right now with these Humvees is, yeah, I can use them. That's not an issue. It's not an issue at all. What I'm doing is pretty much the harvester will just ignore the Tiberium that's underneath the vehicle. So effectively, Tiberium will spread and grow, and this guarantees that Tiberium will start growing again. I'm not going to try and explain it too much for this video. I just want to, you know, play a little bit and try and enjoy a bit whilst we do it. But basically this is what we harvest, and if I block that one patch, say that one there, that specific one, or these two, in fact, if we left, you know, even just one of those there, it would literally regrow into a giant patch. And who doesn't want more money? I certainly want some more money. But this is one of the catches of playing Command & Conquer. Is I was fascinated growing up with Command & Conquer. Is just, how does that harvester know it needs to obviously come back here? Like, I know that's a rule. It's like deposit into building, you know, but it always was like, that's magical, because it just casually goes across the map and comes back. Just need one more, and then I've got my squad. That's all I need. It's just one more. I see you, little infantry. So occasionally the computer will do this. It would just send out a little squad, and they pretty much go for the same sort of targets wherever. There it is. And yeah, this is actually a really in-depth game for what they managed to emulate, you know, within the war scenario. and I love it when they're just synchronized. But I've always sent out 10 grenadiers, because I know that's just annoyed a lot of people by me saying that. And it's a silly word, but I love it. But the mission briefing essentially is our what was his name? Our general. He's essentially having to go speak to the UN, and he is pretty much needing us to go off and do this mission, which is take out the SAM sites. And it's not a case of take these buildings out and that's it. We have to get rid of the whole enemy presence in the area.
Yes, sir.
And we get a really nice bonus if we take out the SAM sites first. I mean, it's a really nice touch, but it's also really pointless in the grand scheme of things, because the reality is you only get it if you've taken out the SAM sites. So in the earlier missions, it's nice because you can kind of just essentially just, you know, throw a handful of units out and suddenly you'll just get this little added bonus. If you've played the game, you know precisely what's coming. There it is. That is an airstrike. Now let's see if I can actually remember it. So it's there and there, I believe. Oh yes, near enough. Oh, you know, I think I actually missed that. I think I targeted that square. Because I've actually been able to just hit the target, which is the construction yard. So we know where the enemy is based. They are sending more units to attack us for that, which is fine. Here's a little something you may not know. To the right is actually a civilian village, but if you never walk over to it, and so you never make it visible on the map, the computer will never go over there. The computer's only concerned with you. Saving the village in this mission, it makes no difference. I'm just sort of throwing that one out there, that you can. I want to show you all one thing that I really like about Command & Conquer. It's nothing, you know, super major, but the one building you never see built are these, which are silos. So that harvester goes off, gets Tiberium, comes back, puts it in here, and this structure and these structures all share the same pips, as they're called, but you'd never really see these get filled up except from the computer. And I just thought I'd show what that looks like on the Nintendo 64. And this also isn't a very difficult mission. You don't really get that much in terms of stuff to build, you know. And unlike the computer version, I just wanted to point this one out, is these are all absolute positions. So say I was to lose the construction yard, but I managed to get another one, every single building is essentially given a number, and it will always take up that slot of the number. So it's like, say you were to deploy the construction yard, you'd have sandbags, chain link, and concrete wall when you could build the walls. You then have what was it? The silo, the power plant, the barracks, the advanced. No, you'd have. I think you'd have the advanced power plant, and then it's, you know, static defense, the guard tower, that kind of thing. It's really nice to sort of know, hey, this is precisely where that building and unit is at all times. Unlike the PC version where you have to sort of scroll to find it. It's the one thing I really miss. And obviously going to the computer version. Now all I'm doing is I'm just mashing. I'm holding Z and I'm mashing A. It just sends a small prompts to the control center, as it were. And whatever item you have selected, it will just hit build on it. So that means you could essentially just keep building whatever unit it is you wanted. The only problem is I directly don't have the audio on, so I can't tell you when the unit is built, except for guessing. So I'm just going to go with 2 more, just 2 more, and then I'm just going to send the Armada in. So move those units over there, move these units over here, like so. And yeah, this is a really nice feature. There's just no unit caps, which is beautiful. Now, I'm supposed to be careful because of all these grenadiers. If one dies, they all explode. However, we don't care about that because we are more competent than the AI, question mark. Yeah, there was one just there. So I'm now telling them to kind of do their own thing, attack whatever they want, because I can. And because it's also us, we'll send in the airstrike again. Ooh, don't you dare attack that. As long as we get the construction yard, we don't care. And we've just got it, that's beautiful. Just getting more reinforcements incoming. See if we can get the Hand of Nod. There it is. So because I've just taken out the extraction yard and the barracks for them, they literally don't have anything else they can do. But they have stopped my attack force and are now rallying whatever they have to my base, presumably. Which is fine, it's cool. There it is. They're still doing patrols and what have you. So this harvester will literally just keep harvesting because there's no instruction to tell it to stop.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building.
And this is what I was saying about earlier, you know, it will just regrow and it's beautiful and it's lovely. I love it.
Building. Unable to comply. Unable to comply. Building. Unable to comply. Building in progress.
So I'm just trying to think what should be my next target. The refinery probably, because I want more Tiberium. The more Tiberium you've got, the better. I would buy another refinery to help financially, and it does mean you get an extra harvester. It's just, with what they've lost, it's not really worth it. And this field is now harvested completely, but it's going to regrow. So here we go, send these mans in. There it is. There it is.
Building.
In fact, I'll show you off a very little cool feature of Command & Conquer that became a staple and became the ultimate cheese for literally anyone playing Command & Conquer. You ever play Command & Conquer, someone will go ahead and use it. It's just the rule, someone has to use it in every match. It becomes annoying as hell when it happens against you, explicitly, but it's funny. It's a good laugh as well. Right, there's one more. Target we've got, and we've located it. Basically, we took out the harvester as well, so that's cool, that's fine. Just wait for the engineer to come out. There it is. So what essentially I've done is taken over the structure, gained some money from it, and gained a technician. The technician is probably the most useless unit in the game. So that's a thing. So once you've captured it, even if it's, you know, for 2 seconds, you gain all the benefits of that structure. And because I've taken the silo, suddenly I got the money from the silo. Well, that is a brave, brave man.
Mission accomplished.
I know that took so long. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.